istiyorsan.
One day, on a beautiful summer day, Snow White sipped lemonade in the palace's garden to cool off from the heat.
Phew, it's hot. It's a scorching day today.
The princess thought of another way to cool off, since she didn't want to go inside on such a beautiful day.
I've got it.
She went inside the palace, and when she came out, she was wearing a swimsuit.
Pool day.
Snow White pranced her way to the swimming pool. Suddenly, someone she had never expected appeared before her. Hello, Snow White.
Hello, Snow Queen. Are you going to the pool too?
No, well, not exactly. I'm looking for a job.
A job?
Yeah, in the summertime I get bored because I can't make it snow. But if I find a job, my boredom will go away.
Okay. Good luck then.
Actually, I came to ask if you could help me.
Sure. But how?
I don't know. I can't think of anything I could do.
Let's think a little. Surely there's something you can do on the farm. Let's go see.
Snow White got dressed and set off with the Snow Queen. On their way to the farm, they saw small birds trying to cool off in a nearby pond.
What beautiful birds! Even the birds are bathing because the weather is so hot.
I can cool the water for them. The Snow Queen blew cold air.
Yikes!
The birds were frozen. I think that was too much.
Yes, it was too much.
I guess keeping the birds cool isn't the job for me.
Yeah, we should get you another job.
Snow White put the birds back in the pond and they continued on their way to the farm.
Hi there! What a nice surprise!
They met Dreamer Goat on the farm.
Hello, Dreamer. What are you doing?
I started taking sculpting lessons this summer. I sculpt in clay.
Ah, I make beautiful sculptures too.
Really?
Yes, I usually make ice sculptures.
Why don't you try making a clay sculpture too?
The Snow Queen and Dreamer started to sculpt together. They tried, they tried, they tried.
Wow! That's amazing, Dreamer.
Thank you, Snow White.
Snow Queen, your statue too. Well, very interesting.
I guess sculpting is not for me either, isn't it?
I think you should stick to ice sculptures. For now, sculpting in clay is not your thing.
But I have to wait until winter so I can sculpt in ice.
Come on, I'm sure we can find a better job for you.
How about the ice rink? Do you think they'd like it?
They might like it, but they will still prefer the pool or the beach.
What if I organise an event to make snowmen?
Don't snowmen melt? How about sandcastles?
You're right.
I've got it. You can always make it snow by throwing confetti at parties.
It can be fun. Let's try it.
Come on, throw some confetti now.
The Snow Queen waved her hand. A beautiful cloud appeared above Snow White and beautiful snowflake shapes fell.
Oh no, that didn't work either.
The weather was so hot that the snow melted even before it fell, turning to rain instead. That didn't work either.
Unfortunately. Come, let's have a drink over there. I'm sure we'll come up with something.
Snow White and the Snow Queen are sitting on the bench by the barn. Gazelle offered them a glass of milk.
The milk is warm. I wish it were a bit colder.
Let me cool it for you. The Snow Queen blew a puff of air and the milk froze.
Did you see this? That's genius.
Didn't that work?
No, this is great. Now we got you a job. The sweetest job in the world.
Cooling milk?
No, come.
Snow White and the Snow Queen set up a kiosk by the pool. They had milk and different types of fruit. I still don't understand what to do.
Now look. A little cherry to this, lemon to that.
Some peach, also apricots.
Let's add some cocoa to that too. It's ready now. Now you need to cool them.
The Snow Queen blew with all her might. The buckets froze in an instant.
Now we can start selling it. Ice cream! Ice cream! Many delicious flavours. Ice cream!
Snow White, you are amazing, my dear friend.
Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream!
Ice cream! The most delicious ice cream in the world! Homemade ice cream!
Snow Queen's ice cream!
Ha ha ha!